Hello YouTube, let's cook some food. The winner of the poll was my kurosaki senko, which you'll see is pretty thin because I've nearly flattened out the hollow. And there it's flat. Does that tip even show? I highly doubt you can see the tip up there. It's as see-through as you can get a senko, basically. You can't see the tip either, I think, if I can get the focus. Yeah. It's tinned. Making some chicken, paprika. I like this Avital, really funky, earthy chili. Little bit of sweet, but really funky. It's a bit spicy too. I need it because I'm feeling a little under the weather. Oyster mushrooms. To me, mushroom is basically something of the best of the best of the best. What do you call these in America? Bell mushrooms. We call it aroma soup or champignon. Just some mushrooms, not the shroom kind. Ginger, lime for acid, garlic. Of course, there's Spanish if Sean's watching, and some just normal, yeah, onion. I got some gorgeous basmati rice here. Really fluffy, airy, separated grains. Let's taste. So nutty and fragrant and earthy. Look, I buy cheap, yucky, slimy chicken from Sweden. It's the only chicken I can afford. If that grosses you out, then yeah. I just rinse off the worst. It's freezer burnt, as you can see. So you need to cut off a lot of it. If not, it's literally like chewing gum. This part there. You see, I can literally fillet it. So can't even feel when I'm cutting with this knife. It's I know I'm gonna waste a lot of chicken, guys. It's just the way it is. When I pinch grip, I don't want chicken on my hand, so I pinch basically the handle. This is so light to use. It's, how do I put it kindly? You don't need to actually do anything other than let the knife do the work. And yes, this is basically like removing silver skin when it's freeze burnt. You need to remove that or else you're in for a shoe. Yes, it's a waste, but the chicken I bought now last time was really bad quality. So I know I'm in for a shoe if I didn't do this. Look, just the weight of the knife. Again, just the weight. And it cuts. Basically it's yeah, putting everything to just a deli container or stainless steel. Because I'm gonna marinate everything. You can't even feel the chicken. Again, just, you'll see it's just there, and it's, yeah, it's just there, and it cuts. This cutting board is way too soft. I'm not liking the Järfjøla anymore. It's too soft. How do I put it? Way too easy to make gouges in. It looks like I've used it for 10 years or so, maybe 20. It hasn't. You see all this white. So I'm just checking. There's usually, I cut out the blood and yeah, the bad part. This, you see, it's literally like rubber. If you don't cut this, you will be shooing. Not the fun Chewbacca kind of shooing either. You really need it. That's why I always prefer thin, nimble knife, because you can really get into the work. I don't know if I said it, but this has a micro bevel. And I'm just removing the skin, guys, the freeze burnt. This got a micro bevel of around 18-ish, maybe more. Because it's so thin, you need that to not chip it. Oops, my finger was there, but I felt it. And I blended that into the shoulder. And no, I'm not a chef. That's not hard to see. I'm a jolly amateur. Just getting rid of the worst. Because roast meat, it tastes really foul. Just trimming the ends, and yeah, you can see by the meat color how bad that meat is. I won't accept, and it's semi-frozen, so you see the difference in color from this and inside. So piss poor quality, which is something that's taking over Norway and Sweden rapidly. Again, it's, yeah, it's so sharp, guys. It's, yeah. This would easy do sashimi. And such cuts, no worries. Just look at this, I'm eating it, but I meant you can eat it, but I do not. I'm not that hungry. And again, this is semi-frozen. The good thing with sg2 is you can let it rest without worrying for it to rust. I'm just putting this into the dishwasher. It's a stainless powder metal and steel. I have, before I started this, oiled all my handles so they're ready to go. And buffed with beeswax. Here is some cartilage or some tough bits. Look, if you want to eat that, then yeah, you can, but You are more of a dog. And I mean that actually in a rude way. I got standards even though I buy sheep meat. This will be very good, and in a wok, which I'm adding all the flavorings, you won't be able to basically detect if this is artisan chicken or if it's the sheep kind, as long as you trim it up right. And again, I show everything on my channel. I don't lie. I'm piss poor. Basically, I'm too sick to work. So money is tight. Make myself once a week. I can afford such a meal like this. Maybe. That is really good. All the stuff you see on my channel, all the channel money is going into the channel. I don't take 1 cent, literally not 1 cent of the money from the channel. So if I get something from a subscriber, it goes to the channel. And no need to worry about cross-contaminating. Everything is going into the same pot. So all the people, the keyboard warriors, oh, you're cross-contaminating, blah, 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 blah. Look, this goes in the dishwasher after. This is dishwasher safe from Järfjøla. So let's try, what do I want to try? Try some onion. I can't remember the French guy. He's a little chubby. He's so cute. He says onion. Look, just wait. I mean, is it rotten? Yep. Toss that in the trash. That's Norwegian quality. We got piss poor meat, we got piss poor vegetables. If you can't pay insane amounts of money for it, food is crazy expensive in Norway. Let me just grab another. You can trim out the bad parts. I don't, because it can leave a funky flavor. That's good. I do this really simple. I throw everything in here. I add a little corn flour just to give the sauce a thickness. Lots of soy sauces and different kinds. Ketchup, mayonnaise. I love the sweetness there. I love the oyster sauce. I'm gonna show you. Did I press record? Yep. So I don't stand there talking to myself. Let's see how slow I can go. It's fantastic. I want this to basically dissolve. Oof, this is actually weird. I'm not used to this length, so I'm adjusting a little. You see, I call that fine enough. I want this to basically melt all this before it's gonna absorb the sauces. I usually let it sit 10-20 minutes, especially the mushrooms soak it up. So let's try the tip. Very good. No stirring. Which, trust me, the out of the box grind, absolute horrible. Some places in the edge dip down severely. Very uneven hollow. So Matsubara was even worse. A real nightmare, basically. And if you have a slightly wet blade, it helps pick up the acid, actually. And if you have a slight wet cutting board, so you don't cry, it actually helps. And again, I'm going to show you. You'll see. Veifa tin. And yes, it's a lot, I know, but this melts and creates a extreme satisfying level of sweetness. Just adjusting so I don't cut myself. You see, my tip is basically at the salt. You can do this also. Just find the lip. But it's hard with the sushima because things goes in there. So let's check the tip. It's very tight and good. I think one big onion was enough, actually. I don't think I need two. If this was a carbon, I would have this wet and wipe and then one dry. Basically, you can do this with the carbon, just get it wet. I'll do this and be ready for the next thing, or a towel or something like that. I'm just putting this back. Bell pepper. You say bell pepper? We say paprika. Yes, I'm throwing a lot, I know. Let's try dip. I can't move it. Knives chef's enthusiast. You said erotic cutting feel by your Tetsujin, if I remember correct. Look, lacing. Again, I need to place it carefully. I can't move it. Look, still. And it just bloop. So, if that ain't sharp, again. And this is just testing the knife. I'm in no rush. Placing the tip. Let's test the entire edge. I'm no force. Right, did. Oh. I'm literally just keeping it steady this way. This is weightless cutting. That's insane. And look, I'm gonna call out some people that I won't say cheat, but it's way easier if you do this. Way easier. I don't like the white part here. I find it a little astringent and acid. Fuck. Again, if you do this way, it's easier. I like this way because it tells me if my knife is sharp. That's as fine as you can get bell peppers in just washing. And again, I've oiled and waxed my handles. I'm gonna show you because I forget. Really helps both in bacteria, but much more with odor. You aren't creating bad odor. You can see the pores. Basically, you need to seal them with yeah, oil and wax. Let's do this flat. I'm basically, this is the no force. It's just meeting the tip. Yes, I can sharpen. I know my edges is vertical. I can push cut, look. Be really careful doing this. Don't lay it flat and just let it rest and scoop up. Don't scoop this. It wants to suck onto the cutting board because it's so flat. understand the erotic feel of thin knives. And chef knife enthusiast, I hope you could feel this. I actually think this would outcut your tetsujin and myojin by not a huge amount, but you would actually feel it. Chilies, remember these are pretty spicy chilies. I think they're 30 to 50,000 Scoville. They're pretty spicy. And I'm Norwegian, so if anybody takes offense but what I'm doing next, please watch another channel. Now being careful not to wipe my eyes, so I'm doing this before I start. And don't do this also, not welcome when you're eating chili. I do this just getting most of the seeds out, then it usually breaks open. Then I forgot a teaspoon, and I scrape out the white parts and the seeds, basically the innermost flesh. So I'm left with this. That's gorgeous and funky fruity. It's actually funky in a good way. Again. And you'll see I'm creating no accordions, no dips in the edge. That's extremely important. There was some when I got it straight from factory also. So this kurosaki and matsubara I would call second sorting, or what we call B-ware, basically not up to scratch. Just going at them. You can't do this with Japanese knife, but you can do this safe. Basically, just to break him up so I don't get big ass chunks of chili. That's enough chili for me. As a Norwegian, I also, one of my diseases is IBS, or irritable bowel, and I don't want to spend the time on the loo. You can really see the color from the bell pepper and the chili here. Just putting this towards also. I'm gonna show you how the rice turned out. I love I can basically eat just rice or nothing else. Oh, freaking believe. I need to turn my swearing down because that's something YouTube actually notices. And I put my fingers in the mouth where I had the chili. Oh, fucking hell. Huya, huya, halala. Ah. Oh. Yeehaw, buddy. Or I can use that spoon actually. I forgot. I got some ginger. Rock salt, yes, on top of the soy salt, because the rock salt actually gives it pretty good sweet, kind of salty. I know that sounds weird, but this, you'll see, since it's flat, it's sticking, not very. I got, but it sticks. Let's do this instead, it's more fun. And if I take in the tip too thin, it should actually be enough to dent or put some damage on it. This is a test of steel, it's a test of the knife, it's a test of how it behaves. There's many ways to skin a cat. This is just one of them. Yes, you can eat the skin, it won't hurt you, but get most of it up. Ginger is to me essential in life. It's I really felt the kick of that chili. I spilled some rice, so I took the rice and put it into my mouth. So. You see. No resistance. None at all. It's, yeah. The cutting board is extremely dangerous. Would love a Parker, a sg2, the harder ones. And yes, I could use my teak one, but it's actually too big, so I'm selling that. It's way too big for me. This is the size I like. Like the knife, say. Oh, yes, I know. It's like watching a retard work. Again, I'm no chef, I'm extreme clumsy amateur. I'm a sharpener, and I'm a food lover, but I'm not good at it. But I can make food. But yeah, I'm far from good knife skills. The most important thing to me is not breaking the knife. Yes, I know lots of ginger, I love it. Also, when you treat ginger, it becomes really sweet. Let's check. Can I? Yep. Again. No problem. Putting deep scratches and gouges into the cutting board just by gently using it. Will I recommend Järfjøla? No, actually I can't. Yes, it's dishwasher proof, but it's extremely soft. It looks like it's been used for ages after one use. A professional kitchen would wear this out in one day. It would look like a mess. When I start to slide or feel like it's stable, I stop. I don't push my lock. Just I like it pretty fine. I don't like chunks of anything in my food. Also these have texture no matter what you do. No matter what you do, the ginger got texture too. Woo-hoo. Yes, I'm used to carbon. I know I don't need that. Let's relax. These are pre-washed. So, oyster mushrooms, please don't cut them. You can, but I actually don't know. I've done it and I've tasted the difference. Is that placebo? It's hard to tell. Do this. Just 2 ribbons. And the smell of mushrooms, it's the smell of the earth, it's the smell of a rainy forest, it's the smell of childhood memories running carefree in the forest, barefoot, after rain, after a storm, the smells. And I'm gonna use a wok, very high heat, tossing everything at once. With the sauce, with everything. Probably have used a bigger bowl, but again, just a quick rinse is needed. Again, don't worry so much, guys. Everything is going into fuck ton of heat for several minutes and is safe. You won't get food poisoning in your own kitchen if you're not a stupid a-hole. Yeah, 3 is enough. I trained back today. So I'm a little wonky. Looks like I've been molested. I have not. The only one who molests me is myself, so. Yeah, that's. Is separating? Nope, not flat enough, so. And mushrooms, you can't overcook them. Basically, you can't burn mushrooms nearly no matter what you do. Often you would fry them first to get the water out and then add what you want, but I want this to soak the sauce. You'll see you can pinch grip with the handle. That gives me use of the entire knife without hurting my finger. This really sticky. Here you feel basically I can nearly not get it off. Here you really feel if your knife isn't convex. You can really feel it bind. Can add just a drop or two of oil and rub that on the blade. That will help. Just checking. You can hear it when it's wet, actually. Yep. This basically is all gonna be boiled and caramelized in the sauce. Basically just a flash stir fry and toss in the rice and done. The flavors are building when this sits for half hour collecting the flavors. It's basically that easy. Yes, you can fry these, add colder, do much more. I can't be bothered these days, so I'm keeping it simple. It will taste freaking amazing. Trust me, I made this several times. I know I have food for today and tomorrow. This is 2 dinners or leftovers. Yes, I know I'm slow. Do I care? Nope. Chefs are probably pulling their hair and screaming, "Ah! He's so slow." Look, I'm no prep cook or line cook. Yes, my mise en place is probably all over the place. So, chefs, no worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing's gonna be alright. About a thing. And after this, I clean the entire kitchen. Oh, fun to them. Oh. Look, you need to squeeze your limes a couple of times a day. If not, give them a massage. Massage them. Yeah, massage them. Basically bringing out all the juice. If you can't handle a couple at once, what are you doing, noobs? And yes, I'm straight. I'm just having a little fun. Really lay into the lime. Don't be worried about needing your lime. Woo! Once more. Woo! Oof. Does anybody got a corona? Yes, this goes on top of the mushrooms. Why? Because mushrooms they are basically flavor bombs on their own. This better. Yes, you can probably use a user or blah blah blah. I got a cut there, yes, I'm feeling that, but I'm no pansy. To me, lime is a gorgeous smell. Corona and a lime, there's few things in the world better than that. Or Cubra Libre with really good rum. Look, that I don't want. Where the fuck did you go? I don't want the meat because that can burn. Again, just washy, washy, wash. If this was a carbon, it would be patined to hell and back. I don't care. So your choice was the Kurosaki. Next time it's gonna be Matsubara time. Equal a lab. And yes, you can cut hard stuff with a skinny knife. It's not gonna explode, guys. And just use your fucking manly arms. Like, sometimes I wish I were a chef, so I have a person just to peel my garlic. It's the worst thing in a kitchen. It's so sticky. And yes, you can probably put them into a container, shake them, do so many things. I can't be bothered. Yes, this is a skinny knife. If you flat, you can do this. If you can't, then how are you gonna work with a knife if you can't fucking use a knife? These are fresh organic garlics. Look, again, don't do this and smash. You will bend it. Lay it flat. Hit it straight above the garlic. Again, we like, is it a Godfather where he cuts it with a razor? Can you hear the blade sing? And yes, I do this in between every garlic. Look, cutting the skin, no force, it slides just a few grams and it goes in. Literally the weight of the knife and it goes in up here. So again, I'm not laying into it, I'm giving it a tiny little whack. It's like, how are you gonna be able to use it if you can't do basic kitchen tasks? I don't need it finer than that. That's just to basically start the oil. I can fine chop, I can do basic stuff, but again, I'm no chef. You don't need to tell me I got bad knife technique. I already know. I got some, what is it, self-insight. I'm gonna clean out the sink after. Got a little peel there, so let's wash. And look guys, knives are tools. They are tools. Should be able to use a tool. If that tool can't handle the use, it's either the wrong tool or it's too much. This is normal. If you're buying a knife and the dealer says you can't cut garlic, you can't do this, you can't cut that, it's not a knife for the kitchen. I understand bones and frozen meats and hard use. Garlic isn't hard use, guys. It's what I eat the most of. It's literally what I eat the most of, nearly in the kitchen. I like them that thin. Basically see-through-ish. Again, they're melting, they're creating tons of flavor. And yes, again, my little shimosa. Sean, this is to you, shimosa. Is that basically when you're asking questions, isn't it? Being nosy. So I just saw it in Disney, the yeah, the singer there in shorts. So I thought it was cool. And I love garlic. It's yeah, both extremely healthy, but also I love the flavor. Be careful of your fingers. Don't lop them off. It will not take much with this to lop off a finger, I can tell you. Just putting this back too. I got in my Bosch fridge, I got a Vita Fresh drawer, which basically is, oof, fuck, I did drop it and slammed it into the cutting board. It actually didn't damage it, so did it? No. Can't feel any damage, and I slammed it into the cutting board edge first, so yeah. You can use knives even though they're thin, guys. It's all about the edge geometry. Just needed to pierce the skin. And yes, I clean after myself, guys, don't worry. I can feel the sashimi starting to rub really against my fingers. It's acting like a tiny grater basically on my fingers. So if anybody wants to see something on my channel, let me know. Okay, please let me know. I want people to connect with me, be part of the community, and yeah. I'm trying to grow my channel, but more important, I want to connect with people. I don't just want a dead channel. I want to listen to people, tell their stories, learn about new things, see the world, basically knife and stone wise. Little skin there. To say this has been fantastic in use. So I've done my work on the stones. I will tell afterwards I'm done how the edge is. Yes, I have soap. That's mostly because of the chili. Yes, watch me rub my fingers, getting them clean. Then I'm gonna wash the blade, make the sauce. The rice is all done. I want it to get really dry now because then it absorbs. Just changing to clean towel. It absorbs the flavor of the sauce. Also, it deepens the flavor and it transforms the. I'm just gonna put this away. Flavors, no, the starch, so you don't absorb as much. Really careful not to hit my sink. Really getting the sashimi. That's very important. So especially since I made chicken, I do this, I basically strop it. And I leave the soap on. If you are gonna believe something, soap needs a tiny bit of time just to work. Then I rinse. I use a very hot water, especially getting the sushi. Again, I just took a clean towel. I fry in just either corn oil or rapeseed or canola, as it's also called. Can't believe it didn't ship when I dropped it and banged the backside. So really good. Yeah. Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying you should expect it to dull after once use, but if you have a bad edge, it does. Putting it away very carefully, spine first, using both hands, slowly rotating the edge on it. That's so important. Now I've added salt. Yes, shit tons of pepper. I love pepper. Pepper, or in Finland, mustapipuri. Now let's add the magic. Kikkoman, I love it. I love to use maybe a couple of teaspoons, and a couple of teaspoons more, maybe 2 teaspoons. And I use a lot of different, this kinsan, which is it Thailand? Yep, it's Thailand. And the lid on that is crazy. Couple of tablespoons. I know it seems much, but it ain't. Remember, it's a shit ton of ingredients. Silver Swan, this is Filipino, ain't it? Yes, the Philippines. Again, couple of tablespoons. Maybe more. I spilled a little. I love sauces. No, I don't got a sodium problem. My blood test is good. Another soy sauce, which probably is my favorite, the Likamki dark. This is, yes, sorry, it's gonna be boiled. I could literally drink that nearly. That's more for color. Damn, this shit. The ketchup mayonnaise, it's nutty. It's so sweet and nutty and syrupy and thick. Ooh, yeah, boy. Yes, you're probably gonna hate me. Look, I'm the only one that eats this, so shut it. And then the mama herself, oyster sauce. And you need to slap the mama also. Mm. Mm. That's basically it. You don't need more than this, and the flavors are gonna build themselves. Basically, can put it into the fridge. I don't need to. Everything is cold. After around 15, 20, 30 minutes, I'm probably letting it sit. 30. This is ready to fry up. Then serve on top of rice. Most of this sauce is being absorbed. Just a little garlic slice escaping. Buy everything in here, especially the mushrooms. So this will get color, especially with the kick-up manis and the licom key. So now I'm gonna clean and show you. So that's my meal. Thank you for watching this huge ass amateur with bad knife skills. I'm just sorry about this. Basmati rice is, look how fluffy and decadent that is, how separated. Mm. Oh. 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 That's basically enough to make a grown man happy. Look, don't skimp on rice. Buy quality. It isn't expensive. It lasts a long time, but get real good quality. Get proficient at cooking it. If you can't cook it in a pot like this, so it's really dry and fluffy, it's not mush, it's separated, it's not dry. Look, doesn't barely stick to your fingers, then it's perfect. When you ain't got it stick. This is Michelin quality boiled rice. I don't care what people say. In my IKEA pot. Learn to make it that way and you will never need a rice cooker anymore. Vinegar. This is the strong vinegar. It's near 50-50 water and vinegar. Kills everything and is enough. It's been used by butchers for ages. Yes, I remove everything here and clean. Of course I do. This is just a spot clean now. And I deep clean after when I'm off camera. So, learn to make some good food for yourself. This is healthy as F, it's tasty as F, it's easy as F. A toddler could never make this. The rice is the hardest thing to make here, to get it airy, to get it dry, to get it, how do I say this? It's cooked through, it's not mush, it's not firm, it's perfect. Don't use the term al dente, that makes me mad. Al dente means to the tooth. It means it's not ready, it's got stuck in your tooth. If it's spaghetti, tagliatelle, linguine, or whatever, it means it got stuck in your teeth. That's al dente. It's not ready. This is ready. So, and no, you won't kill yourself by letting it stay on the counter for half hour. It's, yeah. Make some food, guys. Thanks.